My name is Pastor Seth Bai. I'm the lead pastor here at 317 Church in Hendricks County. I want to tell you a little bit about how we got here. I actually was working for our network of churches in Indiana, and I was helping a church in this area had gone through some rough times, and through that process, God just sort of placed a special calling on my wife and I's heart to move to this community. Hendricks County is actually the third fastest growing county in the state of Indiana. And there are 100,000 people in this county that have no relationship with Jesus. There's a number of churches, but there's still so many people to be reached. And we love to say it takes all types of churches to reach all types of people. And so that's part of how we got here. We just moved here in early 2022, and we're excited for what God is doing in the days to come. Here at 317 Church, we took a resource grant and we worked with Fishhook, which is a church marketing and communications company. And what we did is they helped us create a brand, a recognizable design for us to be able to use and to share our story in the community. And they also helped us build our website, which is an amazing, necessary thing to have as sort of an assimilation and way for people to get connected with who you are as a church. 317 Church is a new church in Hendricks County, really focused on the Great Commission, reaching people for Jesus and discipling them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And our missional iteration of the Great Commission is to help people experience Jesus, find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference. So our missional work for 317 Church is really to be a church that gives more than we take in a take more than you give kind of world. That's actually a quote from Pastor Kevin Myers, who's a pastor of a church in Georgia. And that's really a quote or a thing that's spoken to my heart, and I've been really working through and teaching to our people, is that if we are to be Christians that really represent the gospel of Jesus Christ, we need to be people who give more than we take in a take more than you give kind of world. The world is kind of biting at each other's throats right now. It's kind of judge someone before you get judged as a protective mechanism. And we really, that's actually part of our vision, and that behind our name is 317 Church, is to be a church that doesn't judge people, but first helps them experience the unlimited grace of Jesus Christ in their life. And then, it's only then, after they experience that grace, that they'll discover the transformational truth of Jesus that changes the way they live so that they can discover their purpose and make a difference. So one of the ways that our work with Fishhook and Center for Congregations supporting and really empowering that work is really going to allow us to be missional our community is because telling your story is so important. Even just through modern avenues such as TikTok or all those types of things, they're really about storytelling. And so we want to be able to tell our story with a brand and a communication process that is easy to understand, makes sense, is relatable, and people actually look at it and say, hey, that might be a place where I can find acceptance. That might be a place where I can find being people to connect with and learn who God made me to be and learn some truth about who the God of the universe is and that He cares and loves about each and every person. And so that's why our work with Center for Congregations and Fishhook was so pivotal, because it was just really the seed bed, the grassroots, the bottom layer of getting started to communicate who we are and what we're about in the Great Commission in our community. But as far as where we go next, so basically this grant allowed us to build a communication sort of seed bed to really start the process. And now we're really trucking along towards launch. So we're launching in the fall of 2022. And this really, our project with Fishhook and with Center for Congregations really set the stage for us to be able to communicate and share our story with the community about how we want to help them and help them experience Jesus in their life. As far as where we're going, 5-10 years, Hendricks County is a big place. As I said earlier, it's the third fastest growing county in the state, and we've got 100,000 people in this county that have no relationship with Jesus. And even if all we do is reach one of those people, it'd be worth it. But I believe that God's going to lead us and empower us to reach hundreds, if not thousands, of those individuals. And so we'll be looking in the next 3 to 5 years to start other campuses. I really believe by the time you've grown to 250 people, you should be thinking about planting your next campus. And so our first campus here, our home base is in Avon, but there's Brownsburg, Danville, Plainfield, the borderlands between Marion County and Hendricks County. All of those places need life transformational, empowering, encouraging churches for people to be a part of. And so we really have a mission for Hendricks County as a whole. We're starting in Avon, but I mean, the sky's the limit to where God will take us.